Ray buries his boss alive in a deserted field. It all started on a rainy night when Ray offered a ride to his boss's wife, Abby, after she argues with her husband. As they travel through the wet streets, Abby talks about her unhappy marriage and wonders why Ray is helping her.
How come you offered to drive me in this mess?
I don't know what goes on, but I like you. I always liked you.
Abby thinks about it for a moment. Then she notices a car following them and immediately tells Ray to stop.
Stop the car, Ray.
The other car stops as well, but when the driver realizes they have been noticed, it quickly drives away.
You know that car?
I don't know.
Once the suspicious car disappears, Ray and Abby continue their conversation. Abby accepts Ray's feelings and tells him to drive to a motel. The two begin an affair, completely unaware that someone is watching them. Marty, Abby's husband and Ray's boss, has hired a private detective, Loren Visser, to follow them. While Ray and Abby are together inside the motel, Visser secretly takes photographs of the affair. Marty is furious after receiving Visser's photographs. His fury, however, isn't directed at Abby. Instead, he turns his rage on the detective who brought him such terrible news. He even mentions an ancient Greek custom in which messengers carrying bad news were killed immediately, as if that would somehow unleash the anger. Visser reminds Marty that he is only telling him the truth and is not responsible for what happened. Marty throws a pack of money at him and orders him never to appear in front of him again. Visser controls his anger, picks up the money, gives Marty a mocking laugh, and walks out. At the other side of the bar, Marty's bartender, Muris, is flirting with a woman when Marty joins them and sends him away to take over the conversation himself. Perhaps hoping to move on from Abby, Marty reluctantly asks the woman out.
Communicate.
Look, you want to hustle me. I don't want to be hustled.
You don't.
Marty does not push any further. Instead, he tells Muris that if Ray comes looking for him, he should simply say that Marty is not there. At the same time, Ray is already at Marty's house, waiting while Abby packs her belongings.
Drive me to a motel?
You can stay at my place. I'll drop you there.
Ray, don't go to the bar. I know him. It ain't a good idea.
I just gotta see a guy.
Near closing time, Ray finally returns to the bar to tell Marty that he is quitting. Marty is sitting quietly, watching people burn trash, and his anger is so intense that for a moment, he seems ready to throw Ray into the flames himself. Still, he manages to control himself. Ray then asks for 2 weeks of severance pay. That request pushes Marty over the edge. He angrily asks Ray whether Abby is really worth only 2 weeks' pay. Ray only laughs at him. Marty then turns the insult back around, calmly telling Ray that Abby has not only been cheating with him. He sneers that Ray is the truly pathetic one, just another victim drawn in by Abby's innocent appearance.
And what's really going to be funny is when she gives you that innocent look and says, I don't know what you're talking about, Ray. I ain't done anything funny. But the funniest thing to me right now is that you think that she came back here for you. That's what's funny.
Ray has nothing left to say. He simply walks away, leaving Marty alone with his anger and humiliation. Afterward, Marty calls Ray's house, knowing that Abby is there. But he says nothing and simply stays silent on the phone. As soon as Ray returns home, Abby quickly hangs up. Although Abby insists that Marty did not say a word, Ray becomes suspicious after remembering Marty's earlier comments. He asks how Abby could know it was Marty if the caller never introduced himself. Abby immediately becomes suspicious of Ray as well, wondering if he has another girlfriend. Ray denies it. Still, the doubts between them continue to grow, so Ray asks Abby to sleep separately for the night. While suspicion slowly fills Ray's home, Marty is also lost in his own thoughts. He still loves Abby deeply, but he cannot accept the fact that she has been having an affair with another man. The next morning, Marty suddenly breaks into the house and grabs Abby, trying to drag her away while covering her mouth. Abby fights back, breaking one of Marty's fingers and kicking him between the legs until he collapses in pain. Ray then steps out with Abby's handgun and points it at Marty, forcing him to leave. Marty fails to take Abby back, but he at least manages to retrieve his dog before leaving. Afterward, Marty visits Loren Visser and asks him for another job, despite having angrily thrown him out only a day earlier.
I got a job for you.
This time, Marty wants Visser to kill both Ray and Abby. He even explains that the bodies can be burned in the incinerator behind his bar, making sure there will be no evidence left behind. Visser thinks about it for a moment and accepts the job. He then tells Marty to leave town and go fishing until he contacts him again.
I want you to go fishing. Go down to Corpus for a few days. Get yourself noticed. I'll give you a call when it's done. You just find a way to cover that money.
The following night, Abby goes to the bar and asks Muris to make sure Marty and Ray do not get into another fight. Muris assures her that there is nothing to worry about because Marty has been away fishing since the previous day.
And you don't have to worry about a thing for a while. Marty went down to Corpus yesterday.
Abby has no idea what Marty has actually arranged. Later that night, while Ray and Abby are sleeping peacefully, Visser quietly sneaks into their house. He carefully searches Abby's purse and finds her handgun. For a moment, it seems like he is ready to carry out the murder. But Visser holds back. He slips outside and circles the house, carefully positioning himself until he can clearly see both Ray and Abby through the windows. The next morning, Visser calls Marty from a payphone and claims that the murder has been completed.
Is it done?
Yes, sir. You owe me some money.
When Marty returns to his bar, he gives Visser a gift of freshly caught fish before asking for proof that Ray and Abby are really dead. Without saying much, Visser hands him a file filled with photographs showing Ray and Abby apparently shot in bed. Marty is shocked by what he sees. For the first time, regret begins to creep in. He realizes that his anger has pushed everything far beyond what he intended. But by now, it is too late to turn back. Marty walks into his office to collect the money for Visser. Before leaving, however, he secretly takes one of the photographs and locks it inside his safe. Visser asks whether Marty intends to keep the whole matter secret, just as he has done.
I'm not about to tell anyone.
After getting what he wants, Visser shoots Marty with Abby's handgun. Visser knows that Marty is the only person who can connect him to the murders, so he eliminates the final witness and removes the last piece of evidence that could lead back to him. After covering the cash and collecting the file, Visser leaves the bar without wasting another second. But in the rush to escape, he makes one small mistake. His lighter is left behind, hidden beneath the fish. A few minutes later, Ray arrives at the bar and discovers Marty dead inside the office, with Abby's handgun nearby. Believing that Abby has somehow killed Marty, Ray immediately decides to protect her. He begins cleaning the blood from the floor while Muris arrives and opens the bar, completely unaware of what has happened inside the office.
What night is tonight?
Once the blood is cleaned up, Ray drags Marty's body out through the back door. Instead of using the incinerator behind the bar, he loads the body into his car and drives it far outside town. But on the way, Ray suddenly stops the car and jumps out in a panic. Marty is still alive. Ray rushes back to the car and tries to run Marty over, but he cannot bring himself to do it. Instead, he gets out and grabs a shovel, preparing to finish the job himself. Before he can do anything, another car suddenly approaches. Ray quickly changes his plan and puts Marty back inside the car. He drives deeper into a deserted field and begins burying Marty alive. Even while slowly dying, Marty desperately tries to push the dirt away. But Ray keeps shoveling until there is nothing left to see. By the time Ray finishes and drives away, the sun is beginning to rise. Still in shock, Ray drives along the road without even realizing that his headlights are still on. At the same time, Visser notices something troubling. His lighter is missing. So is one of the photographs. Later, Ray arrives at Abby's apartment and assures her that she does not need to worry because he has taken care of everything. But Ray never actually explains what happened. Abby listens in confusion, unable to understand what he is talking about. Feeling increasingly uneasy, she finally asks Ray what happened between him and Marty the previous night.
Well, what happened?
Ray avoids the question and tells her that none of that matters right now. His mind is already focused on what he should do next. Abby finally loses patience and demands to know what is really going on. Before Ray can answer, the phone rings.
Pick it up.
Visser is calling. But just like Marty did before him, Visser says nothing and simply hangs up. Abby immediately assumes it was Marty.
Well, it's him,
Who?
Marty.
Ray laughs at the idea and is disappointed by her response, believing Abby must have another man in her life.
Call him back, whoever it was. I'll get out of your way. Left your weapon behind.
Muris receives a voice message that Marty recorded the previous day. In the message, Marty angrily accuses Ray of stealing the money and scolds Muris for letting him into the bar. Furious, Muris goes straight to Ray's house and confronts him about the missing money.
Look at me, man. I'm serious. You broke in the bar and you ripped off the safe. Look, man, I know Marty's a hard-on, but you gotta do something. Say you're sorry, give the money back, get the f*** out of here, something. Hey, look, man, it's very humiliating preaching about this bullshit.
Back at the bar, Visser returns to find another problem. Marty's body is gone. Realizing something is wrong, Visser tries to break open the safe to get the photograph Marty took. But before he can finish, Abby arrives at the bar. She immediately notices that the back door has been broken open. Inside the office, everything is in disarray, and the safe looks as though someone has tried to force it open. Abby has no idea that Visser is hiding inside the closet. Confused and increasingly worried, she leaves the bar and returns home, her mind filled with questions about what has really happened between Marty and Ray. For now, neither of them understands the full truth. The next morning, Abby visits Ray, hoping to finally understand what is going on. Instead, she finds him packing his belongings and preparing to leave town. Looking at Abby's innocent expression, Ray remembers Marty's warning.
Is when she gives you that innocent look and says, I don't know what you're talking about, Ray. I ain't done anything funny.
What you want to know?
He finally tells her the truth about what happened, explaining that he buried Marty alive. He then begins asking about her missing handgun. But before he can finish, Abby becomes frightened. She suddenly storms out of the house and goes straight to Muris' home, where she tells him that she believes Marty is dead.
I think Marty's dead.
I don't know where Marty is, but he's not dead. Now you relax and I'll go find him. And stay away from Ray. The guy's gone nuts.
Meanwhile, Ray returns to the bar and finds the office exactly as Abby saw it. He opens the safe to check whether the money is still there and discovers the fake photographs Visser used to make it look like Ray and Abby had been murdered. After getting back into his car, Ray notices the same vehicle that followed him and Abby on that rainy night. He pretends not to notice and continues driving. When Abby returns to her apartment, she is startled to find Ray standing inside the darkroom. Believing that Ray has completely lost his mind, she warns him that the neighbors will hear if he tries anything. Ray tries to explain that Visser is behind everything, but before he can finish, a gunshot suddenly tears through the window. Visser has shot Ray dead. Abby immediately hides behind the wall, then throws her shoes at the light bulb and breaks it, plunging the room into darkness. Using the darkness as cover, she grabs Ray's keys and heads for the door, but Visser is already unlocking it. Abby quickly runs into the bathroom. Visser enters the apartment and carefully searches Ray's body, looking for the things he knows should be there, but he cannot find them. Eventually, he searches the bathroom as well. Fortunately, Abby has already climbed through the window and escaped into the next room. Visser looks around the bathroom and reaches toward the connecting window. That's when Abby slams the window down on his hand and drives a knife through it, pinning his hand in place. Visser desperately fires his gun in random directions, hoping to hit Abby through the wall. Then he punches through the wall and struggles to pull the knife free. Abby wastes no time. She grabs her handgun and waits outside the bathroom, hiding in the darkness. Visser knows exactly what she is doing. He carefully listens for her position and slowly moves toward the entrance. But before he can even step out of the bathroom, Abby fires through the door. The shot kills Visser instantly. Three men are dead. Marty's anger, Ray's desperate attempt to protect Abby, and Visser's carefully planned deception have all led to the same place. In the end, Abby is the only one left standing, even though she never fully understood how the entire nightmare began.